What would you do if you were the mommy?
The most permissive parent I have ever seen. It is Supernanny Saturday, and this week the wheel landed on the Goldberg family. So let's grab our beverages and dive in.
Hi, we're the Goldberg family from Tucson, Arizona. I'm Adam.
I'm Shelby, and we have 3 children.
Josh, Jacob, stop. 6.5 years.
You know you're a parent when Josh, Jacob, whatever your name is, do what I say.
Jacob, get upstairs! No! When I'm by myself, it's challenging. Come out of the car. No! They do act up more, everything is escalated.
When I hear a parent say they act up so much more with me, it's usually indicative of permissive parenting, which means there are some expectations of the children, but probably not many, and they're definitely not enforced consistently.
I can't fight with you. Or they're talking back to me. Do not stick your tongue out at me.
It's harder for the primary caregiver. The primary caregiver might start out the beginning of the day and go, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be strong on this. No's gonna be no. Stop's gonna mean stop. I'm gonna have activities set up, ready to go. And then by 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, you're just like, I don't even care what you do. Just can everybody just survive the night? And then hopefully bedtime will be soon. And then you wake up and you repeat the same day. If you find yourself in that pattern, you are not alone. And that is why there's so much power in having a plan for discipline.
With Jacob, the most concerning thing is his temper.
He gets wronged. He gets angry. Jacob!
Joshua thinks everything is a joke.
It's not funny.
Everything's funny, even when we're disciplining him.
Now, stop. Pick up all these right now.
Yeah.
And so that gets us more frustrated at him.
Get in your room and close the door.
We are no strangers to talking about temperament here on Mommy Breakdown, and this is such a perfect example because we have twins. When it comes to discipline, one will respond in anger and the other one responds with laughs and giggles. And Mom expresses how frustrating this is. She's trying to lay down the law and be serious, and he's just laughing in her face. If we circle back to the point of discipline, it is not to get our children to feel bad. It is to modify their behavior and teach them. So when they do act like this, we don't need to engage. We don't need to make them cry and make them feel bad. I know it's tempting because you feel like they don't get it, but they will get it if you just finish up with the consequence. So I have no idea what's going on in this scene because it's the submission reel and we don't really know. But let's pretend like he's supposed to be cleaning his room. And what you've asked of him is completely developmentally appropriate. A tornado didn't go through his room. It's a few little items he needs to pick up and put away. The consequence that could be logical for this situation is if you don't clean your room, then you won't be able to go outside and play in the pool with us because we're leaving in 10 minutes to go outside in the pool and we would love for you to join us. If he's laughing and giggling, let him laugh and giggle. Let him feel it. We're so quick to jump in to get them to do it now and just give it a little breathing room because I promise this kid will kick it into high gear if everybody has their bathing suit on and they're walking outside and he still has his room to clean up.
Jaden's biggest issue is her tantrums. She falls to the ground. She will cry and scream out loud, and she's starting to hit now. Stop.
It's just getting harder and harder as they get older.
If you aren't new here, you already know what I'm going to say about this. Of course, the behavior is going to continue and get worse. You're not doing anything about it. From the ages of 0 to 4, a child is discovering their world. Can I touch this? What happens if I touch this? Can I touch that? Can I eat this? Can I eat that? Can I play with this? When can I get up? When do I need to sit down? How does the world work? And if they have a permissive caregiver, then there are no boundaries. They just get to do whatever the heck they want whenever they feel like it. And then guess what happens when they go to school? They can't. Because could you imagine a kindergarten class where every child gets to just eat whenever they feel like it or play whenever they feel like it, take whatever toy they want to take? It would be chaos. You can't do that. And it's a disservice not just to the educator, which of course makes it so much harder on them, but hey, that's their job. That's what they chose to do. I'm a teacher. I get it. But it's also a disservice to the child, because guess whose name is coming out of the teacher's mouth all day long? That child's name, because the child doesn't know that, hey, you can't just go into your lunchbox and take out a snack. Hey, no, you can't just go play at that center because you feel like it. And then what will happen if, unfortunately, the educator is not great, which is going to happen in any profession, is then your child is going to feel bad. They're going to feel like the bad boy or the bad girl. And that's the danger of permissive parenting.
Stop eating like that.
It was snack time when I arrived and the twins were chomping away at their popcorn.
Jacob, stop eating like that.
Okay, I'm going to take it away. Listen.
Can we talk about playful parenting for a second? Because these are kids. It is observation day, and they're having a little snackety snack. One of the twins has his face right in the popcorn, eating it like a dog or a cat. And this guy right here, he is tossing the popcorn in the air and catching it in his mouth. Is this that bad? No. And I'll explain why. It is important as caregivers that we teach our children when they have to have proper manners and when it's okay to break the rules. The way that you do that is by teaching your child how to make requests. So if we go back in time to when these kids were probably around 4-ish and they're sitting in front of the movie with you and you turn over and your 4-year-old has their face in the bowl and there's popcorn coming all down, you go, oh my goodness, are you eating that popcorn like a dog? And yes, the popcorn's falling all over. You go, that's so silly. If you ever want to be silly, I need you to ask me first. So put down the popcorn and then say, Mommy, can I eat this popcorn like a doggy? By doing this, you are giving space to let them break the rules and have a little fun on your watch.
And as the kids kicked off, Mum and Dad started giving them commands.
Joshy, sit in your chair. Josh, come on, sit.
Josh, please don't throw grapes.
Last time, stop throwing the food.
What this looks like when you fast forward was me just a few days ago with my 6-year-old. He comes home from school and he goes, Mommy, can I go in the pool, but in my clothes? I go, let me think about that. Going in the pool in your clothes. We don't usually go in the pool in our clothes. We usually wear our bathing suits, but you know what? Yes. Go in the pool in your clothes and leave your socks on too. He thought it was hilarious. And he had so much fun just by allowing him to wear his stinking clothes, and the clothes didn't get ruined. It was no big deal. I don't really care. The point was that he made that request and I allowed him to break the rules, which means that our bonds gets a little closer. We laugh together. I mean, you could be sitting there throwing the popcorn back and forth. Have fun with your kids, but not when they decide. It's when they make requests.
Stop. You know what? I am fed up. Joshua, stop it. Go upstairs now before I start getting really angry. Stop. Sit down right here now. Sit down.
No, I'm not.
Two, do you want me to make a phone call?
No.
Phone call to who?
One of the ways to get them to listen to us, we've kind of threatened that we're going to call the policeman to come. Who? The policeman.
I know you see it. These parents are desperate. You have dad who gets so angry it looks like his eyeballs are gonna pop out. You know those toys that you squeeze and the eyeballs go out? That's what dad looks like to me. And then mom pretending to call the police. Neither one of these parents have any kind of leadership and management over their family.
She started off giving Jaden her bath, and in the meantime, she wanted the boys to brush their teeth.
We're back. Guys, come brush your teeth, please. Are you guys supposed to get your teeth brushed? Go brush your teeth now.
A tip for parents of multiple children during bedtime. Instead of having everyone do bedtime at the same time, let's say it's an hour range where you're shouting out things, go clean your room, go brush your teeth, go get in your pajamas, but you're unable to observe them because you have too many things going on at once. Do one child or two children at a time where you can actually monitor them and have the other children doing an activity that won't cause any problems. So think of an activity that the kids don't fight with, or maybe they're even in their own room separately having quiet time. But you are able to focus on each child separately, because I promise you that this long hour of shouting at the kids, go brush your teeth, go put on your pajamas, all this, you could probably condense to about 10 minutes or less each. And then it's wham, bam. You can make it a race. You can have it as a bonding time with your child instead of being halfway with one child and trying to get the other one to do something at the same time.
Joshua, come on. You really need to go up.
I want to go play in the playroom.
Then go play in the playroom for a minute. You get 5 minutes and then you have to go upstairs.
5 minutes became 30 minutes. And Mum still hadn't got Josh into bed. Oh, and then the worst happened.
I mean, what does he expect me to do? What do you expect me to do, Josh? What would you do if you were the mommy?
This might be the most permissive parent I have ever seen on this show. We might have to title it this. Wow.
Everybody says enjoy these years because they go fast, but I'm not enjoying them.
It's because when you have no discipline and you try to have fun with your kids, you get nervous that they're just going to continue to go further. So you just try to keep stopping it, and it doesn't allow you that space to throw the popcorn and catch it with your kids because it gets out of control. Think of it like a red light, green light, the game you used to play as a kid where you'd line up and you'd say red light, green light, and when you say green light, the kid can run, and then red light means stop. If you don't have that authority in your home of red light means stop, then it becomes really hard to say green light.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Because Mum and Dad haven't been on the same page with creating rules that have been consistent, I want to establish house rules as the first technique for this family. And when Jacob broke the house rule by taking a lollipop when he'd already been warned not to, it gave Mum a chance to discipline and prove herself.
So, Jacob.
A firm authoritative voice, he needs to go in timeout.
I skipped quite a bit, but I linked it in the description if you'd like to watch the full episode uninterrupted. This is a commentary channel. 2 things that happened. One is Joe Frost started with the rules. Something to note is that it wasn't just these are the rules. It was, what does being nice to others look like? What does it sound like? And the kids had to give examples. I would even have the kids role play some scenarios on what being nice to others looks like. Have the kids get involved creating rules. The more that the kids get involved with, the more ownership they have over it. And then the second thing that happens is one of the kids breaks the rules. He gets a lollipop without asking first. And so Joe Frost says he needs to go to timeout. I don't see how lollipop and timeout are connected, because if the child got the lollipop without asking, I start to have this conversation with my kids of, I would love to have this trust relationship with you. And I don't want to have to hide candy and things. I want to be able to just have the candy in the cabinet, and you know when you want something, you can come ask it. I don't want to have to be one of those families where, you know, I have to hide things from you, and I want to trust you. And when you go into the cabinet and get out a lollipop and you didn't ask, that shows me, I can't trust you to make that decision. Do you think I need to move the lollipops or get rid of the lollipops? And then the kid will probably be like, no. And then you go, okay, well, this is your warning. If you do that again, we're going to have to come up with a system, because I need to be able to trust you. This is the way you would respond with a 6-year-old. Not the same as a 4-year-old, not the same as a 2-year-old. It's always going to be different depending on your child's developmental level. So it wouldn't be how I would handle it. I would have the consequence be connected to the lollipop.
Don't let the anger make you the person that makes you feel ashamed about the way you act.
Dad may not always have that self-discipline he's going to need to deal with his short fuse. So I've asked Mum, whilst I'm gone for several days, to make sure that she can help him. So they're going to need to practice the technique.
Go ahead and count.
1 calm. 2 calm.
Next up is addressing Dad's anger, and Joe Frost teaches him how to say 1 calm, 2 calm, 3 calm until he reaches 10. I wanted to share something called a physiological sigh. There is science behind that when you take this very specific type of breath, it will actually calm your body. So I wanted to show you real quick, because once I learned this, I actually taught it to my own mom, and she has one of those watches where it identifies when you're super stressed. It tells you to calm down and breathe. And then she did the physiological sigh, and I saw with my own 2 eyes that it dropped down so much lower. It really does help. So this is how it goes. You're going to take a deep breath in. When you feel like you can't take any more air in, you're going to take a little bit more. Your shoulders might come up, and then you're going to let everything out really slowly. Here we go. You're going to take a deep breath in. See? I actually already feel calm. That actually really helps. So let's do it one more time. Ready? We're going to take a deep breath in. Let's keep going.
I think that Shelby and Adam have recognised the importance of changing the things within themselves that were causing issues in their own relationships with their children.
I think I'm a better parent now. I think I'm calmer.
Thank you. Take care.
Let's see where the Goldbergs are now. This filmed in 2009. I don't see a section that has updates on the wiki, but we do have Adam's Facebook, which is Dad's. Let's see if we have any pictures there. Oh, we have a reel from May 17th. That must be Jaden, all grown up now. They really are, or were, from what we could see on TV, a sweet family, a very loving family. Okay, so there's Mom and Dad, so I'm assuming they're still together. I saw the boys in there as well. I wonder what this says. Oh, it's called, the song My Little Girl by Tim McGraw is playing, but I'm not playing it for copyright reasons. Yep, there's a family photo of all of them together at the end. Very nice. Let's see what else we have. There's Mom and Dad. I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit better. Gosh, they look great. Look, Mom and I have the same hair, I think. Very similar hair. Now let's look at Shelby's Instagram. Shelby is Mom. So the account is private, but she does have a family photo as her main photo. That's going to be it for this one. But before I go, I did want to share the update on how the channel is doing since we got monetized, which meant 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and then a YouTube channel begins to get a portion of the ad revenue. Every time you watch a YouTube video and you see an ad, that creator gets a portion of it once they're monetized. So I'm going to do the split screen so you can see how we're doing. Once we hit $100, I'll officially get a payment, which will start my college fund for going back to school. I've started looking into some different master's programs that are around me, online programs, so that I can do my regular job, my YouTube, as well as raising 2 kids, a house. You know how it goes. You know all the things. I'm looking into perhaps neuroscience or educational psychology. I'm not quite sure. I'm still open. So if you have suggestions, please let me know if you know a lot about graduate programs and what's the best path. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the degree. I just really want to continue to learn and grow and be a better parent and teacher and just overall person. So that sounded pretty general. I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you next time.